it's time for more Anno 1800. Last time I started building out a new island. It's pretty late in the game, but I thought we need the space, and we actually very much do need the space. So over here at Strathcore, which is a beautiful name, we have started the sort of basic layout of everything here, and it's going okay. It's going okay. I've decided to go basically just for the hacienda and not doing anything else. I started with regular stuff. What do you want? It's just you. I don't care. Yes, I started with regular stuff down here. That's why there's like bits and pieces left. Let's get rid of that one. But yes, I did do that. But then I realized, you know what, why don't be as efficient as possible, having buildings that can take more people, basically. So that's where we are with that. And basically what we're doing is we're gonna make sure that we have enough people on this island to do what we need to do. The main thing that we need to do is actually ethanol, because ethanol is what we need for production in Cape Trelawney, because we go to Cape Trelawney and Crown Falls, our skyscrapers.
Device is complete.
I produced something I should have checked what it was. We need to do typewriters and billiard tables. Billiard tables we can't actually do yet, but we can do typewriters. And what do we need for typewriters? Well, we need lacquer. And what do we need for lacquer? Well, we need ethanol. So there you go. That's the point. I'm already producing the resin. I have done the resin. Were you resin? No, you were cherry tree. Over here, these are the resin factories. So I've done the factories, orchards. Is it an orchard? Yeah, it's called an orchard. So we have 3 of those. Should be well enough, because 0.3, or rather 30 seconds for one, and that's also 30 seconds we can... Kind of depends, I suppose, on how many exactly we need of these. I suppose we'll find out. Then we have the zinc, the copper, the iron, the coal, all of that jazz. But yes, this is the thing that we're doing. So basically, that's where we are, and that is where we are gonna start this episode, by simply continuing this. Now, there is one thing that I missed, and I don't know how I missed it, but I've waited with producing the corn for this place. Why? I don't know. I have corn here. Why have I gone through the bother of creating that item? I think I have it sitting right now on a ship. Is it you? No. It's neither of you either. Have I? Wait. Where is that ship? Is it here? Yes. So I have basically corn here, corn seeds. And I didn't produce this just because I wanted the higher quality, which is also true. But I wanted it for the corn. But I have corn. So I'm not sure what the hell I've done there. But I have produced something that I think that is gonna go on this ship. Yes, the tooltips would allow me to check said thing. What can I produce? Potentially the super phosphate fertilizer. We do want to ship this one too, but it's not immediately interesting. Now the point is as well, do I have that here? No, I don't. I only have the chemical fertilizer. Now, how many? 35%. That's a bit annoying. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say that's fine. But where are we on the grain? We are currently doing quite all right on the grain, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to jump up, because after I did the second new... yeah, both of these were new, right? Definitely that one is new. It didn't really go that high up, but now I do know that it does. So we're waiting for... We're waiting for this. Yes, we're waiting for these two. That one and that one. As soon as we've done those two, we are loading them up on this ship, and we're moving over that to the new world. But I am thinking now, do I actually... I mean, I have several places that's gonna want stuff. And I mean, it is a 25% extra productivity. But I think I'm just gonna... I can bring it with for no real reason. Oh, bloody hell, I just clicked on the side of the window. Oops. Going back to the new world, we've had some issues with aluminium. I've done a little bit of work on that by adding this guy, Master of Forges. increase productivity by 40. This one is for the rum, which has also always been a bit of an issue. Now, that is true. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I am gonna make a change here. We're gonna ship more things to the New World. Don't worry. I'm gonna dump that one. We're not gonna bring that one, because what we're doing here is we're doing that one and that one. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna give those guys, I know that I'm just adding more and more and more things, but it is what it is. We're gonna add a printing press. We're gonna add that to the queue here. I'm never gonna get to these things that I've had plans for. I don't know what the plans were for. Maybe Strathcore, maybe something else, I don't know, but we'll see. But at this point, if we look at aluminium here, you can see that we are still underperforming, even with that boosted thing.
Wise to take time to learn the nuances.
We don't have a lot of coal either, so that is also something that we would love to increase a little bit. I did do... No, that's wood. That's true. Okay, if we are there... Oh, we are actually maxing out on caoutchouc. How's the caoutchouc situation? Now, this is not Strathcore, I know that, but we have to deal with this stuff too. How are we on caoutchouc? We're actually doing fine on caoutchouc. Okay, you know what? If that's the case, then I feel quite good about this. We have been doing a bunch of coal here. How is the situation on coal here? Not very good. Has someone just picked up? I have no idea. But are we using coal here? Yes, that's I know I'm not doing anything with Strathcore right now. No, we're not using any coal here. But anyway, that's the thing. We're doing citrus. Oh, do we now not need this much citrus? I am wondering, because I have done a bit of boosting of citrus here. With this guy, we have the 25% increased productivity and the 25% increased productivity. So these guys, no, that was coconut, never mind. What am I talking about? These are the citrus guys. I only have one that's doing a little bit extra. That's a really terrible one, but that's also producing extra citrus, so it's like fine. But you know what? I could do better, I suppose, by adding... that is interspecies grafting, that is, both of those are purple, actually. That is interesting, I didn't think about that one. But yeah, basically I'm producing, how much citrus am I producing here? I'm producing not a whole lot, not even for this island. So, hold on, wait. That is Buckaroo Mangoes, but how is it full? Over at Buckaroo Mangoes, like super full. That is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be here. I was about to say, why does it say Manola 2 Buckaroo Mangoes? Should we change that maybe? You're also shipping... You're shipping from Manola. I have... 3 ships in here. Yeah. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this. This one is gonna not do any sort of thing. But where are you currently going? Okay, so are we full on citrus here? Is that actually true? Quite so. Okay, you know what? I'm just not gonna question it. I don't know why we're full on citrus, even though we're clearly underproducing, but okay then. You know what? All of this is fine. Basically, we do want to get a bit of extra aluminium production in here, if we can, without building more of these. Now, on the other hand, I don't need to do that. On the other hand, I have plans of producing my own aluminium in here. In fact, we look into that. That is Jornaleros, and Obreros, yes. So we do want a little bit of Obreros, but you know what? I could do this immediately. That is interesting. Okay, you know what? I have all but decided on this. And even better, we can now move again. Oh, right, there was one more thing. This is very much related to Strathcore, which is that I'm currently producing potatoes to make schnapps. And if we look at a obrero, which we have down here,
we are on the right track.
I thought they, yeah, right, they want beer, like just as a regular thing, I think. Now, if we go to Cape Trelawney and look at those two things, the schnapps, super fine. We're sitting at 1,550. Beer, not as good, but climbing. And I think that the reason why it hasn't been that good is because of the lack of grain that we've seen. Because we look at these 3 islands and beer, we can see that we are clearly overproducing on beer. And I don't think we're shipping away any beer either, are we? Not from here. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is we are going to do this. We are going to do a new trade route. It's going to be from Manola. This is a bit weird. It's going to be an international from Manola to the New World, which is something I haven't done before. But now we're gonna. So, right, create a route, new trade route, 4 int Manola to new, and I'll set it to new. Yes, that'll be fine. I don't need to specify which island. We're gonna pick up the swamp rat apparently, and we're gonna add that island, a new island 2, Strathranker, and we are gonna pick up schnapps. Bam, bam, and then we're gonna pick up beer. Bam, bam, bam. Ship all that. Oops. Ship all that. You can start that immediately. You are sitting over here. Good. Now we need to just make sure that we have a minimum stock of, let's say, 500. And same thing for schnapps. 500, so we don't clear out our stock. We can speed time up. And what we're going to do, if we go to the New World and we check Strathrancor's stock right now of schnapps, it's 0. Fine. That'll have to be that way for a bit. Now this is spices for the hot sauce. We can't do much about that. We do have hot sauce production in Mbesa, but likely we want to change over to Mbesa. I don't think so, no. So we're gonna... It's a tiny bit of road here. Bloody hell. We're gonna do this. How far away can I have you? I mean, I can start having you quite far away. I just, for now, want you to not be right here. So get you here. That is 3. We are gonna, from you... Yeah, I'm gonna remove 3 from you. I'm gonna remove 2, 3. Am I thinking about this correctly? I think I am. So what I want to do, obviously, if you did not understand, is I want to shift all of these over here. So you basically want to take... No, not those. Those 3. Like so. To there. You need a small warehouse. You can deal with that. Also increase it. You set down that one there. The goal is basically to be able to remove as much of this as possible. I think that is not a silly idea, basically. So we're gonna just have these over here. Just focus the production down here. There we go. And as soon as that ship comes, which hopefully won't take too long.
Hold the crane.
Are you? Yep, you're loading up. Good, good, good. Once that is done, we are gonna do well, basically. So back to New World, and let's immediately start thinking about obreros, shall we? I'll hide away a thingamajig over there. Right. So the idea is to build up. I'm gonna just I'm gonna keep you for now. You can just chill. You need to chill in a weird way, actually. That's fine. How far back? Okay. Ooh, you can be quite far back, actually. That's good. Out of mind, out of sight, etc. etc. Right. And you know what?
A
Yeah,
competitor's island is under siege.
You follow. There we go. Just encircle this for now. I'll remove that. And there we go. Right, so this is the sort of basic setup, obviously. Now what we want to do is we want to have... Let's just build out a few obreros, which is this one. And I'm okay with having a bit of space here, actually. That is fine. So how about we do something weird like this? Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? But it's fine, because we can just do this. You there. Roll it around. And then, there we go. Now, I might want to have these as artistas, actually, but for now, this is fine. Now, with the lovely roads, you are probably... Yeah, you are actually getting the church there. We have the rum situation we are handling locally. Where are we on all production right now? Schnapps is low, but we are going to be shipping that. Could produce more rum. That is definitely true. Where had I set the... I had set the rum distillery over here. We are going to be producing more stuff like this later, but for now, this will have to be how we do it. This is how we're going to do it. Just place you. I'm going to have, because I like the look of it, I'm going to have you there, but this is definitely one of those... it's not really how I wanted that to look like, but whatever. Again, this is going to change when we get to those items.
I think we have it.
Okay, there we go. You have produced another item for you. Let's just do it while we remember what it is. There we go. So 2 more items for the new world. We can get that in this episode, hopefully. You can come back here too. Is there anything that we need right now here? Apart from the aluminium, we definitely need aluminium, but nothing else for now. What are you lacking? You now want the tortillas. Right, yes, tortillas, that is the beef and the corn, the cattle maybe I should say. And we have an item for, have I got that item here? No, I don't have that item here, but I have an item for cattle. Have I used that somewhere else? I don't remember. Right. Right. So basically we're gonna start this now. Tortilla maker. Did we really not get that that many more? Okay, fine. How do we only have 5 obreros from this? It's... Wait. Supply effect plus 7 obreros. 3 out of 4. 2 out of 4. Why is it only 5?
A competitor's island is under siege.
That math doesn't hold up. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We still need to do all of this, so why don't we just get on it? Right, I don't remember how I want these to look like. Was it something along the lines of... see, I don't know. Let's just have a look at our production over here, or basically any island where I have a bunch of cattle production. Right, that is how I did it. Yes, gotcha. I don't know. I mean, I'm not looking for like supreme efficiency or anything like that here, obviously. I think that goes without saying. What was I? No, hold on. Did I already forget? I think I did. It's supposed to be like this, right? It's one more, right? Yes. So that one comes here. Then we have... This does not feel like as how I had done it. Hold on. No, it is 3. Why does it feel like it's not the same? When it clearly is. Okay, well, it's supposed to be like this, so I'm just gonna do it. So you come around here, and then we're gonna have... Yeah, it feels like there is...
A competitor's
No!
island
I know
withstood
what's
an
wrong.
attack.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I know what's wrong. Okay, this is not gonna work. We're gonna have to remove... I know what's wrong. It's supposed to be this way. There we go. I was wondering, why the hell doesn't it work? Why does it not look the same? So weird. But it's because I have not done it the same. That's the reason why. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Move you in there. And that is 1 to... or the 1 minute to half a minute. So we're gonna want one more like so. And then we're gonna start with the corn. And I suppose, you know what? How far do you reach? Reach a bit further, you know.
People
But I
celebrate
can't have it
your
that far
leadership.
away. Because I kind of want to do stuff here, is what I'm getting at. And I can't fit that in here because of how I built the road. Can I just do this? Just bump you up 1 slot, because then you can come down here. There we go. It'll have to be that way. I know, I don't like it either. You... If I build you there, are you gonna... No, you do not cover that. So we are gonna have to bump you down 1 step. That's fine. Now you do cover that. Good. Again, we're not gonna have the tractor, I don't think. I mean, I could, I suppose. I mean, I can redo stuff. I'm not even sure that this is where we're gonna have everything anyway. So, yeah. I think we're fine with that. Right, so let's just do this field over here. Like so, and a second field, like so. Down here, let's fill all of this up. Lovely, lovely. And then we're gonna have, to begin with, 1 tortilla maker. Is that going to be enough tortillas? It is very much going to be enough. We are very much running out of hot sauce. How can it be that much hot sauce is needed? I mean, yes, I don't have the fertilizer just yet. I know that. And I can't build the fertilizer just yet because I don't have the stuff for it. I don't have the steel beams or the motors. So... how are we doing on that? Because that is something that I've been now bumping a little bit. How are we on steam motors? See, we're actually doing fine. What we're actually going to do... I haven't run out of... No, I haven't. I have not run out of... Oh, I have this... That's Kraken Squad. I'm not going to use that one. Basically, what I'm saying is that we're going to ship some stuff over there. And we do actually, that's true, we do need some other things too. I'm gonna basically pick those. We're also gonna do steel beams, 1, 2, 3. You know what, let's just do 4, that's the start. So you go to Strathcore. Now, about that, Manola International 1. Have you by any chance arrived?
We like to think independently.
Don't think you have. Oh, not there. We are gonna click here. Gonna look here. No, you are still en route. That was just for me to know what's going on, basically. But we are most likely gonna... The other point is, this guy is gonna boost the size of these anyway. We need the steel beams for this baloney. Now, let's baloney it up, because we want to have... It's gonna have to be 2, right? So if you cover those 4, if you cover those 4...
A competitor's island
Let's
withstood an attack.
It's like... What happened? Where is the train tracks? The train tracks are like that. So if we have you... sitting there, and then we'll have another one sitting. Can I have you sitting here? I think we'll have you sitting like so, I think. No, that is not what I wanted. There we go. So for you to be built, that is when we need windows and concrete. That is what I was thinking about as well. So, yeah, I'm not sitting at much here. We're not producing any concrete or windows here after all. So concrete, yeah, no. Windows, yeah, no.
Ship under attack.
So none of that is actually that interesting,
Cargo stations.
which is fine then. World.
Cargo boat at
So
the
you
ready.
don't really have any options to help out right now, which is fine. But as soon as that ship with the stuff comes in, we can start thinking about our farming to make that as efficient as possible. You actually don't have access to. If I do
Ship under attack.
this, I think that'll actually help. Oh, crap. That's so why that didn't work as well as I would have hoped it to. There we go. Lovely. You should reach there. Yes, absolutely. You're just a small one. Be medium at least. Yeah, you don't reach there. I could actually, because you probably don't need to do too much here, right? And you also reach down here, so, you know, that's all fine as well. Right. Have
We
you
have to
come to your
thank you
senses?
for
Yes,
it.
you have. Now we have 20 of the bastards. Good. So now we can start thinking about aluminium profiles. Yes, so bauxite mine, we have 2 of those. What do we have over here? Gold. Okay, now, neither of these are really that good, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
It's working. I think we have
Okay,
it.
good. We have second to last item.
New orders.
Over this guy. I am gonna be on top of this, so don't forget. That's that guy. Back to Strathranker. I suppose we have to do this one then. Do that one. We'll add a road coming from here. Just straight shoot up. Again, we can remodel and do stuff like that later. So in order to do that one, it was also... Right, we don't have a coal. That right, we don't have coal. We have iron, which is fine, but
On the
apparently we
bright
don't make
side, it'll be
aluminium with
over
that, so
soon.
there you go.
That has promise.
Which kind of makes sense. So we do want to have... Actually, we actually only need one. So over here is where we have some production. So how about we just sort of hide away this guy over here. Did you reach anything? Absolutely not. So you'll have your own little thing here. And then we can have an aluminium smelter, which is kind of cool. So let's just place that one there. It's obviously
I can teach you
not
how
going
it
to produce
works.
a whole lot of stuff. That's true. But it's going to produce some. So we should be absolutely fine here. You have already started producing. We have 100% there. That is all very fine indeed. So there we go. That's coming in immediately. Lovely. You guys should start having corn. Or are we simply not producing enough corn yet? Anyway, right, we're not. Okay, you know what? We know that we're going to need corn because we are going to have some... we're going to have some animal production in here after all. So how about we simply just do this. Set up 2 more. We don't need you. You can be bossed.
Lunchtime so soon?
But we are gonna boost that guy. Oop. There we go. And then just... oh, okay, never mind. No, crap. Go away. There we go. You down there. And you down there. There we go. So that's good. So the whole thing about the hot sauce is that we can... boost. All right, as I said, as soon as these guys start getting the fertilizer, that'll be fine. You are expanding ever further, which is good. But we're gonna want to move this thing up to within the circle. But the circle is gonna become even bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually we might even want to I might actually want to move this down a bit, I realize, because we're actually up by the beach already, but here we have so much space. Yeah, you know what? How about we do exactly that? How about we actually place it here, like so. So now we have some space left here, but this is coming all the way down here, so we can have some potentially animal production here. The animal production itself does not need to be within the circle, but the fertilizer works, I do believe, need to be within the circle. So that's basically how that works. Now we don't need to
I'm
push
sure there is
the
more we can do.
ombreros just yet, but we can prepare with the boxing arena, which is it. Kind of like having that in the middle here. Yeah, let's just do that. We can be a little bit fun, or rather have a bit of fun with the design of this city, obviously. But we can also just do super standard stuff, which is to have another square here. And as I said, these things are most likely going to move as well at some point. We shall see. If I do move, oh right, shouldn't the ship be? Oh wow, it's so many ships. I like it. A lot of ships. A lot of ships. Without going into the thing. Have you actually delivered them? You have delivered. So you have delivered 150 schnapps. And we're sitting fine with that. So you know what? We can immediately just destroy all of this. Destroy all of that. You are not needed anymore. Good, good, good. There we go. That saves up a few people. Not much, but a few people. Right, and now we're just waiting for that other ship with the things that we need for, not that one, but for specifically. Can I can, yes, I can do that. Okay, good. So we, can I don't think I can build that anywhere. But you do reach quite far. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that let's have a road come out of here. Yes, let's do that, a brick road. Build. We'll start with, let's say, 2 of these. Did you got turned around? There we go. And now we basically bring you up here. I'm gonna have sort of the same thing as we did on the other place, but we need to think about this now. We need to be efficient. I think this is an efficient look, if you would. I think so. I'm not 100% sure that this is a good fit, so to speak. Let's just grab these. We'll place them. Yeah, as I said, I want these to be outside of the thingamabob. So there you go. We obviously need a small warehouse that can sit right next by to them here. How far do you reach? Quite far, actually. How far do you reach? Quite far, actually. So you can go all the way over here. You can also be a medium one. But we also want to move these guys, because these are, after all, also animal production. So if you come here, you should now both cover all of that. So that's lovely. And then we can sort of start thinking about this more. I'm not sure exactly what is the most efficient here. Like, having both of these next to each other feels like it might not be. But I suppose we'll find out later. Right. So with that done, as soon as those come in, we should be able to build these up. And those are Honaleros, that's fine. Those will help out there. And I think that that is the animal production I have currently. Ponchos, we have the alpaca farms. Yeah, don't need anything for that. And then the beef there. And then we'll get to the alpaca farms later. No, that's alpaca still. That's the same thing. Yeah, that is the same thing. Nandu, when we get to artistas. Yes, there we go. Right, now the question is, you reach all the way down here. If I rethink ever so slightly how my... I'm actually a bit annoyed at these trees. They were part of an orchard that doesn't exist anymore. But doesn't mean I don't want trees. I do want to add trees. Just you know, a spot here, Just so it doesn't look too weird. If you know what I mean. I mean, see, that's fine.
Your ship has returned.
And I am
from
gonna
exploring.
remove stuff like that from it as well, but don't worry. So we'll add all of that, and you are gonna travel back to Cape Trelawney and Crown Falls. So you're gonna bring more steel beams. But we can now build the fertilizer works. And as soon as that starts working, we can now see potential. The potential is fine for that, but we would like to produce a bit more dung. So that's fine. We can do that. We can, because also lifestyle. No, nothing there that's related to that. And actually nothing there either. Might do a beach on this island. I'm not sure. We'll see. But there we go. So you're gonna get that from those guys. I'm just gonna add
The people celebrate
another
your
one of
leadership.
these. You're gonna have to go here though. So you're reached by both. And I am gonna do another one of these too. Can you be here? Yes, absolutely, good. So with that done, still not actually perfect. Which one would we like to produce more of out of these? Not beef. Not beef. We can do more. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? That was almost a bit stupid. You know what? I am going to remove that. Go away. We don't need you right now. We do want a few more of these, however. And I think I can have you here,
I think we have
here,
it.
and here. You should all reach that. Yes, good. And more importantly, that's the last item. Now you're doing more stuff, which is actually also going to go for, or rather go to Strathranker, so that's absolutely fine. You need to stop by, however, you need to stop by Manola, because you're going to dump that, the thing of the print and press. But there we go. We are now producing a whole bunch
You
of...
should go sit in the shade, boy.
of that. So we need to make sure that we do not overproduce some alpaca wool now. Now, how we're doing on the ponchos, by the way, sort of fine, but opereros want the ponchos too, right? Yes, we can just, for the future,
Still waiting for
poncho
it to arrive.
donors, just get a bit more. You're actually lacking alpaca wool, which is a bit weird. But we are going to be producing a whole bunch of that now. So what we can actually start doing right now is, and this is going to be exactly the same as I've done on other islands, right? Which is the selling of, let's see if I can see one. Done a bit, wait, where have we done that? Oh, sorry, yes. Isabel, there we go. Yeah, basically alpaca wool and meat. I am shipping that away. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to set alpaca wool to a minimum stock of, let's say, 200. That's fine. And we're going to set beef to a minimum stock of 200. Go. We're going to create a new trade route, which is, I'm just going to copy that one. Create trade route from Strath to Isabel. She, after all, buys everything. I think I should have... I have a ship with a whole... Oh, you have arrived. Ah, I see. So, from Strathranker over to Isabel, we're just going to add alpaca wool. And we're going to add beef. Go, dump, accept. And you're not going to do a whole lot in the beginning, but that's fine. I apparently have... Are those... Are they on the way? No.
Ship under attack.
Wait, hold on. Why can't I see them here? That's you. I don't know why. Just dump away that because you're not needing those. What did? Oh no, they didn't come up because they're here. They are definitely in the old world, right? Yes, they're literally sitting here. We can do that as a small thing. We can do that as a small thing. Oh, there was a short command I saw in one of the tooltips for actually doing this quickly. That's fine. Let's just do that. Let's just do that one, and that one. Shabam.
Cargo boat at the ready.
You take back that, and you take back, because this island doesn't really need anything. Let's take back all of that, all of that, all of that, and all of that. Now, you are gonna go... you're gonna go over here, and we're gonna prep you for the new world, because we need to build stuff in there as well. And in the new world... What I suppose I haven't done, what I suppose I can do. Can't I do weapon production in here? Is that... No, I don't think we can. We can do drop goods. That we can do, but I don't think we can do any weapon production in here. So we're kind of wanting to basically ship a whole lot of that over here. This is going to take a lot of ships, I realize now. I'm not going to focus on that necessarily. But it is what it is. So, these guys...
No fields, no work.
I didn't remove everything there. That's fine. You are not in range of a warehouse. I don't think we're going to be able to fit anything in here. So if I do that, you're fine. So yeah, all of these are now... Ooh, I haven't actually built the silos here. I see. That's also why you're not producing as much as you could. Silly me. You have your silos though, so that's good. How are we on the corn with that? Actually underproducing, but we are getting the corn there, or rather getting the bonus stuff over there in quite a few moments, hopefully. Now. What I was saying was, if I can, I should... I can move... You know what? How about we set you here? That is in range of like everything. And I'm just gonna actually, you know what, do that. Do that, and I'll do that. Just have a little bit of brick. But. I'm thinking about these bloody bastards. If I grab you... Move you down here. If you're there, you are not in range. Up. We need to do that. Or are you just complaining about that, or are you complaining about not being within the range of the thing? Yes. That is what you're complaining about. That's fine. So now, basically what we start doing is we start shifting up a bit to good enough, but not for all of them. Can I get away with one more? Here's the point. We don't have to do it like this, by the way. But I am going to do it to begin with like this. So there you go. Now they all have access to the hacienda. But... yeah, we're gonna redo this now. Okay, so we are gonna... but no.
Ship under
You
attack.
are complaining about a warehouse anyway. I'm gonna wait. Because the point I'm trying to make now is that a trade union can probably help these out as well as others. Is what I'm thinking. Yes. Now, what's it that I need for building this? I need 10 steam motors. And with what I've built already, what am I sitting on? I am sitting on 90, so I can do 9, which seems like a smart idea. Now, Cape Trelawney, don't I have a single ship available? I don't. Well, actually I do. Hold on. The Wild Swan has a bunch of
Your
stuff,
ship
which
has
is annoying.
returned from its voyage.
The Scallion has arrived, so you know what? We
the
don't have to think
crane.
about it. We are going to ship now. Go to the New World. Let me see what the ratio is here. The ratio is basically even, so 10-10. Gotcha. For concrete and windows. So we are getting back on windows, so that's good. So basically 3 of you, 3 of you. And I think I want to... I think I want to add another load, so to speak. I do not have any... you are free. Like, what do we do with you? I'm just gonna dump you over here. I don't want you. You know what? Kraken's Call. We haven't done a single one of these. I am...
Ship under attack.
thinking... Bloody hell. There's so many ships going past there. Botanical. You know
An
what?
explosion in one of your factories.
God damn it. Well, it's coming false. It's fine.
A fire
Kraken's
broke out.
Call 2. Where are... Yes, I know. Not Kraken's Call. Kraken's Call 2. Hold on. Cape Trelawney. What is it Kraken's Call? It is Kraken. Oh, I thought it was Kraken's Call 2 for some reason. Right. Rations. What do we have that's actually quite good? Does it matter? I don't think so. But we can look at something that gives us... Do we have something that gives us faith? Because that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like something that gives us faith. That's diplomacy. Ooh, we are actually... Are we running low on champagne? Do I need to... Oh, okay, bread is faith, but not much. So let's not think about that.
I think we have it.
Medicine. Okay, nothing is really... I mean, it's a lot of diplomacy with cognac. It's the same as this one. Actually, champagne is better. There we go. There's the rations I'm gonna bring. So, we have... It's annoying that you can see your levels of everything. But basically, let's look at items that we do have. We have Captain Smith, Titan of the Sea, Navigation 50, Force 30, Naval Power 10. That just seems... I don't need both. Naval Power, Navigation Force. What are we looking at? We're looking at Hunting 15. You have Navigation Force, Naval Power, which is basically the same as you. So in fact, how about we just simply get rid of you? Get you down there. But what we kind of want then, I wouldn't mind a bit more diplomacy. Wouldn't mind a bit more diplomacy. So we have you. Ooh, diplomacy and hunting. It's not bad. We have, ooh. And a hypnotist as well. Faith and medicine. That's pretty damn solid. We have the anthropologist, Mr. Professor Razak. I kind of like him. I like having a few of these trait guys. I have a trait with... Oh, you know what? Get rid of you. Get you in there, because you have the trait pirate, so you can probably do something with that. Do I have any
Your
others?
ship has returned from
I have the
its
hype...
voyage.
Oh, do I have 2 hypnotists? Wait. Yeah, you're also a hypnotist. That's interesting. And, right, so you were the ones that had that. You know what? Crafting.
The fire has been vanquished.
Good. I wouldn't mind a crafting guy. You can be here. Navigation, hunting. Didn't I have a bunch of hunting? Not really. So I suppose... Like, what... Does it even more force? Yeah, you know what? Sir Charles Rafferty, Metropolitan Commissioner. You can also go on an expedition. or actually, you know what? No, get rid of you. We're doing that is some good morale right there. We're doing this because sometimes you get stuff. So there you go. Now, by the way, that's true. I'm gonna replace you with something. What are you? Navigation, hunting. Let's just check this. I mean, I should have something to replace that, really. Diplomacy 20. So terrible. You know what? I'm okay with that. Because we are
New orders.
waiting. Hold on. Fires have been overcome, but probably we need to do something here, right? That guy. There we go. Also, you have arrived over here. This is all very lovely. Dump. Why do I have 2 printing presses here? I mean, it's fine, but like, why did I have 2? I don't know.
Room to maneuver.
There we go. So now we go over here to Trade Union. We add a printing press for these guys to now get 25 more productivity and less people working here as well. So that should hopefully do a little bit of work there. However, it is true that we are actually building our own aluminium profiles here. So that is also very lovely. Right. So what I'm thinking is, I think I'm gonna leave this for the next episode. I'm gonna wait for the ship to come here at the very
Cargo
least.
boat at the ready.
Right, you have just arrived with more schnapps. So how are we doing on schnapps now that we have added that? Schnapps, we're doing absolutely fine. So we now know that you are
Olio
shipping
reporting in.
enough of that, which is definitely what we wanted to see.
Still a long way to go.
You do not yet need beer, so that's also good. The point I'm getting to is that I want to boost these guys with the help of the trade union. Now, yeah, that's the point, I think. The point, I think, is that I want to move you here, and I'm actually going to switch these around, build them upwards. And I'm not gonna build the town further down necessarily, because you can see that we have space to build. We have space to build, don't worry. So having that stuff over here, it's a bit of a weird one because, well, actually, hold on. I said I wanted the oil here, right? Yes. So I kind of want these to ship or move this northwards, so to speak. Is it north? It's actually more, yeah, it's a bit weird that the map is like diagonal, if you know what I mean, which is, say, the north isn't here, north is at the actual point. So this is north, so this is northwest. Yeah, I think I wanted that there because it's probably gonna feed into Manola. How are we doing on oil, by the way? Super fine. So we don't really need to produce a whole lot of oil here. It can produce the oil for itself to make fuel. That is actually a pretty damn good idea here.
How we've longed to get
There
back.
we go. They're on their way. Now, where I am not seeing the fuel. Why am I not seeing the fuel? Why am I blind? There is absolutely fuel somewhere here. It's not in here, is it? Sometimes I'm just blind. No, it has to be here, right? Where the hell is the fuel? Wait, hold on. There we go. It's right there. There we go. Fuel, yes. That obviously also requires windows and concrete and everything. But yeah, if we can have that sort of here, that'll be really good for the production here. You have arrived with a bit of extra aluminium just to help us out. Good. You can go home to Cape Trelawney. Did not mean to change the map. Yes, meant to change you. So, Cape Trelawney, Crown Falls, okay, you know what? We're gonna add you, and you. And you know
Stand
what?
aside,
Production. I now have a printing press. Why
Ship
did
under
I?
attack.
Don't know why I wanted a printing press here. It's gonna come in handy at some point. But if we now just do this, this guy is gonna come over here, but we are gonna do basically, okay, this is stupid. Okay, let's just not do that. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Get rid of all of you. You need to be like this. Like so. You need to be like yeah, you can be there. You can be here. Shift that. Oh, not that much. That in there. That in there. Build tractor barn. Build tractor barn. Build tractor barn. You. Bam. Come up so high that you cover those three. You come up there. No, can't do that. We just need to do one at a time. There. Perfect.
No
now,
fields, no work.
how far up do you span now? Quite high up, as a matter of fact, which is
Your
exactly
ship
what I
has
wanted
returned
to
from
see.
its voyage.
The scallion. What were you
It's
doing?
working.
I don't know.
I think we have it.
Yeah, we're now getting more items that I actually don't know what they are in, so that's fine.
The people celebrate your
If I
leadership.
have these three, they're going to be sitting at a lot of percentage, like way more than before. So yeah, okay, you know what? The spices are not the problem. It's actually the hot sauce production. I need to look into whether or not... oh, was it actually you that
Hold the
arrived? Yes, it was
crane.
you that arrived. Look at that beautiful, beautiful thing. So here we go. Now you can be built. You can build. Can we actually build all of these as well? I wonder. Yes, we can. We don't have the people for it, but that's like that's the least of our issues. You are also
stations.
gonna go back to Cape Colony because before we can do this properly, we are going to. Are you actually gonna load up on anything?
Boat at the ready.
I just want to see this. How we created? Yeah, actually, alpaca wool. Right. The point is, you are already producing at 200 and something odd, and we don't get anything like out of it. But yeah, you are producing a lot. So you know what? We're gonna slow time down. We're gonna end things here. We are looking at a bit more steel beams to make sure that we can do all of this. I said before that I might just actually drag the train tracks through town, which can be kind of cool. So I think we'll do that. Over to oil storage over here. And then we'll actually do fuel as well. So if you just look at that, can't build it because of the steel beams, obviously. Now, this doesn't have to be... It has to have the train tracks, right? Yes. But then it has a significant range, as a matter of fact, now that I look at it. It has a abnormally long range. It actually doesn't have to be... If I even build it here... Okay, that's not good. But it's only not good because the road doesn't actually... If I, for example, drag a road like that and have it here now, see? Now it actually does reach all the way over here. That might not be a silly idea if I'm dragging the oil here to just drag it sort of by this. And you know what? Now that I say that, it can just sit in here, can't it? If I have that in there, and we have, let's just say we drag this road up here. That doesn't even look bad in my opinion. We can have all the possible plantations and stuff like here. We need to remember, though, that we need a bit more in terms of, because we're going to make ethanol, remember? So these are the important bits. Right now we're probably sitting quite nicely at wood and stuff like that, yes, but as soon as we start producing a bit more of this, then yes. And obviously we also, we can't forget about that. We do need electricity as well. We can have the power station. Again, we need a bunch of, yeah, we're gonna have to do more. I see that now, more windows and concrete as well. But yeah, a whole lot of steel beams are gonna come down here. So we have a few things that we need in order to actually do this proper and good. But that is going to come in the next episode. For now though, this has been ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.